Lightning. This is my rescue that I still have. The other one, Skippy, skipped off to another level. I talked about that on the last episode, which I'm not going to go into again. It's too emotional for me. I'd like to leave it behind. What I will bring up today is a thumbnail. I wasn't going to do it, but I said I'm going to let chips fly where they may. Thumbnail. Aliens. Aliens. What's the chances of aliens? Hey, this guy is really bugging me here. He gets another cookie. I got a couple more in my pocket. Hey, what do we got down here? Hey, give me an official. Hey, 9090, gave me an official. Okay, it's aliens. I wasn't going to do it, but I said, you know what? I've had it. The government has always said it's a non-topic. Non-topic means, man, I'll tell you. I've driven people. There's this one lady that she found a spaceship, parts of a spaceship, and she was going to do a movie on it. It was out of Brazil. It was out of Brazil. All right, one more. That's it. She was going to make a movie on it, but it never came to fruition. Why was that? I think somebody stopped her from making that movie. Needless to say, we have a lot of evidence that there are aliens. Come on, we just found a galaxy that's 60 times bigger than the Milky Way. Well, there's no aliens, let alone on this planet. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Thumbnail. Aliens. Now, there's both positive and negative aliens, just like human beings are positive or negative. Just the way life works in this universe of, we're positive or negative. That's the way it works on this universe. I already said that there was more universes, but I can't go there right now. All right, one more, yeah, buddy boy. This he's eating them. He's actually eating them and not burying them. Yeah, it's probably because, whatever. So aliens are on this planet and they are around us, is what my point is going to be. Hey, you got to go lay down, buddy boy. Oh no, no more for you. No more for you. I've had it with giving him cookies. Hey, Cactus Crew. My dog just nudged my Cactus Crew. I live in Arizona. Hey, Cactus Crew. Hi. I live in Arizona too. Extreme Madness Productions. Welcome. We're talking about aliens, not only on this planet, but in our universe. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay, you gotta go, buddy boy. You gotta go. How can you tell a dog like that to go? I'm a soft-hearted guy. I only got one cookie left, so he's gonna have to wait. Okay, so what I wanted to bring up was a name that I've followed for 30 years. I followed this gal. Her name is Linda Moulton Howe. And she's done things on, if you're from Arizona, you know about her because she's done alien things in Sedona. She's gotten spaceship stuff all over this planet. All things that she's talked about. Actually, she started in 1991 on Coast to Coast. Anybody knows what Coast to Coast is? It's pretty much stuff that people don't talk about. So Art Bell, he was, excuse me, he was feeling a lot of pressure on him, so he went to the Philippines, and then all of a sudden he wasn't around anymore. What was Art Bell talking about? Okay, a lot of stuff. So that was in 1991 that Linda Moulton Howe went on his station. Now, on Coast to Coast, there was also George Norrie. George Norrie is still around, and she started with him in, I believe, 2003. Okay? Okay, what do we got down here? Cactus Crew. Cool. All right, Cactus Crew. Hey, anybody who's watching me right now, join the club. Subscribe to me. I'll subscribe to you. That's the law of the West. I've gone into that before. If nothing else, thumbs up, thumbs down. And if you're coming in late, I don't know. I'm not getting credit for this until tomorrow at 6 a.m. I don't know why. There's some kind of things going on. I don't know. What do we got here? Hey, Zach Feynman. Can you share? Hey, Zach Feynman. I'll give a shout out to you. Hey, shout out to Zach Feynman. I don't mind shouting out to anybody. Hey, Cactus Crew, you already subscribed. God bless you. Now it's your turn to share Uncle Martin, especially on this one. This is a big one. Aliens is the thumbnail. As we well know, it's a non-topic with our government. Aliens don't exist. Now oh man, if you look into history, our history has been lied to since our beginning of life here. So once you get through all the menagerie of lies, hey, no more hitting me. He turned this off last time. No more. All right, one more. That's all I got is one more. That's it. Nothing more in my pocket. This guy, he turned off. I was doing live and he turned it off. What's the chances of that? Probably pretty high. Okay, you should have 100K subscribers. 100K subscribers. 100K subscribers. I guess that's a little lower than I have. I don't even have 2,000 subscribers. But maybe someday. We'll see how it goes. The more you share Uncle Martin, the more he will get out there on this spectrum of information. That's all there is to it. All right. Okay. So as I was saying, Linda Moulton Howe. That's Linda Moulton Howe. Howe. Please look her up. Say what was her birthday, which happened to be I think it was like 1940, in the 1940s. My numbers, but she's 67. 67 and she's no longer with us. How did that happen? Well, they said it was leukemia in March of 15th, 2024. But I think it was, I'm not saying it was nefarious, but she was taken off the planet awful early. And you know how misdiagnoses go with doctors. So she's no longer with us, but she gave out a lot of information in the 30 plus years that I watched her. And she started out with cattle mutilation. And she was talking about how cattle mutilation, when they take out certain parts of the cattle and like their eyes, their organs, it was very negative. And she had people that were watching this by aliens. Now the aliens were apparently doing this on purpose. Her concept was they were doing it on purpose because the people that were screaming "Stop it!" because they were going into herds of Montana and a lot of other states, and they were dissecting cows while they were still alive, and that was her point. That she said that this process had to be done when the animal was alive, for them to get the right blood and just everything they needed, which is kind of inhumane if you think about it. And also that these people that were watching were helpless. They always said they were helpless. And plus, when they started screaming, "Stop what you're doing," that's when the blue light hit them and they went up for a ride. And that would be another story. Um, it was kind of negative because the mother and daughter were separated on two different ships. I just don't want to go there right now. Let's just keep with the story what I got. What do we got here? Okay, Cruza, you will reach your goal. Hey, Cactus Crew, I think I will reach my goal, but I don't really care. I am concerned. And Lumini, what's your channel about? Lumini, just subscribe. Hey, Lumini, my channel is about getting through dark situations, turning darkness into light. As we well know or don't, we are mighty beings of light, and we are here as mighty beings of light to consume darkness. That is what my channel is about, on different levels, because people are here. As planet Earth goes, we are a planet of learning. It's a lesson planet, and we're all at different grades. That's why you can't judge anybody. You look at somebody's and you're judging them. It's, well, judge not, or you'll be judged. That's all. Try to keep a neutral feeling if you have anything to do about it, rather than go really negative. Just keep neutral, and then from there you'll be able to have more love and light. That is my concept. All right. So what do we got? Art Bell, Deep Cones in the ass. Linda Moulton Howe. Now I did this thing. I put it up a little while ago on my YouTube. It's under just what the heck is it under? It's under Intergalactic. Intergalactic with a bunch of spaceships. Just 1, 2, 3, 3 spaceships. Intergalactic. Please check it out. It's like 9 minutes. And this is what Linda Moulton Howe talked about, our advancement in space that we should not know about. All right? That's what I'm talking about. It's pretty doggone important. Because 1947 is when Eisenhower was a president. And Eisenhower made a deal with different aliens. And one alien group, they might be negative. Probably so. And he said technology was important. So if we get the technology, people really don't matter that much. Just off the top. I can't go any further. Now, when Linda Moulton Howe did this one that I did on Intergalactic. That's all it is on my. It's like 9 minutes. All right, you got to check it out. She talks about how we are. We've been out in space since 1947. Now a lot of people say, "Oh, we never went to the moon." Oh, really? Well, we're way past the moon. way past the moon. Now, the video that I saw of the moon looks a little sketchy, but about 2 minutes in, on the background, you see this little light that goes like this and then zips off. Hey, where did that come from? So whether or not the moon landing was true or false is immaterial. I think they were just feeding us a lot of maybe make-believe maybe back then. You know, could very well be. Because they were, if that was in the 50, 60, 50, God almighty, my brain, dyslexia, give me something here. 1960, 70, 59. Thank you. Wasn't it 50? 69. 59, 69. It was 69. We landed on, supposedly landed on the moon. And I have something on that because there's a timeline that I remember that nobody else remembers, apparently. It's under what happened that I remember. And I'll go into that another time if I have to. Hey, King CJ. Hi there. Got done with your ball playing, did you? Thumbnail. Aliens. All right. Aliens is what we're talking about. Now, Linda Moulton Howe. She said in the one that I put as Intergalactic. I got to keep going that way. Intergalactic. Just look up intergalactic with three spaceships going up, and that's what she talks about. She talks about we have been intergalactic. We've been light years out into space. Light years out into space. Like 50,000 light years out in space. Now that's ridiculous, isn't it? Because we knew we landed on the moon. Oh, did we or did we not? That's what I'm saying. It's like false flags. It's like, it's just something, it's like the truth and the lie. She says, and she's no longer with us. She was 67. And I can't say she was taken out because they said it was leukemia, but we've been misdiagnosed many times. She had a lot of information, and she was giving it out there since like for 30 years. So maybe it was time that she couldn't give out any more information. That being, she talks about the Nordics and the great giant whites, the Nordics and tall whites. These are the good guys. These two. There's quite a few that are negative, but these two are protecting us against the other guys. Okay, that's what she's saying. And not only that, but we've been to actually 50,000 years, 50,000 light years can be done by us in 5 days. 50,000 light years can be done in 5 days. How could this be? How could this possibly be? Because it's called, please look this up, vet me on this, deep quantum tunneling. Deep quantum tunneling. Now that is very interesting, isn't it? We also have that now ability right below us, going all through the earth. Ray guns and the ray stuff is ancient history. It's now called deep quantum tunneling. And they go through miles of rock in a very short amount of time through deep quantum tunneling. That's within our Earth. But when you get up in space and you go through this, it's the photons and protons that are changed molecularly to where you're able to zip through a little faster. Now this is all, quantum theory, but we now have the ability to do this. And that's why I'm bringing it up. Not many people are talking about it. So if you have time, check out what she said, Linda Moulton Howe, in Intergalactic that I put up about a week ago or so. So we've got aliens not only in this planet, but out and around us. There was actually I was I was listening to Coast to Coast. It was George Norrie. I think it was about 2004 or 5. And he was saying he had a 5-star general from England who retired. So he was able to talk about stuff that was alien stuff that you can't talk about. Why is that? So he said, look at this planet Earth as a zoo. You and me are in a zoo. And we're getting fed our food, our information, and everything we need, technology, by these people. Okay? Hey, what do we got here? BXP. What's up, muchacho? Thumbnail. Aliens. That's right. We got them in the earth and around the earth and outside our earth is the topic. So this general said, we're in a zoo. Just be happy we're being watched. But there's a lot of, actually, you know what? Esoterically, it's been said, there's thousands of aliens watching this planet because we are very unique. We have both positive and negative, and they want to see who's going to win. Plus, there's a rebirth of this earth. This earth is going into a higher vibration. Mankind is going into a higher vibration. And so what we have is a uniqueness that's nowhere else in the universe. Well, it may be, but not to the extent where we're at right now. It's the crux of a lot of humanity has to choose positive or negative. That is the question. No more lukewarm. You either positive or negative. That's what it comes down to. There's a small doorway open for those that have indecision. You better start choosing. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Well, this is just the laws of esoteric as well as aliens, I guess. So, since 2003, Linda Moulton Howe said that since 2003, we've entered into other galaxies. That means we've been out there to Sirius, which is like, I think, 8,000 light years away, very close. And it also has another star. It's binary. And hey, Cactus Crew, bye. Wish I could stay. Hey, don't worry about it. Tomorrow at 6 a.m., start it again wherever you left off. That way I get credit, if you can. Thanks for coming and for going. And anybody else out there that's still there, aliens is the topic. And again, if you come to my subscription side, I'll join yours if you got one. And if you don't, whenever you do, I'll join. That's the other side. If you don't have us, if you're not even joined on to having a subscription situation, if you subscribe, you'll at least know when I'm doing live. Because this is, by the way, sorry, it was Tuesday, the 21st of October. So I will not be live Wednesday or Thursday, but I will be here at 5 p.m. on Friday for question and answers. That's the big one on Fridays. Okay, what's the story today? BXP. The story today is thumbnail. Aliens. They're all around us. They're watching us. Some are positive, some are negative. The tall whites and the Nordics are the positive ones. There's a few more, but we'll just stay with those two. And if you look up Linda Moulton Howe, which I just did a few days ago, Intergalactic. Intergalactic is all you have to look up. See, Intergalactic. She goes into like 9 minutes of all the stuff I'm talking about that I haven't even touched upon. It's really remarkable that we've been in the dark, well, since 1947, let alone, because that's when we did bioengineering, reverse bioengineering with the spaceships we had. But then we had aliens teaching us certain stuff that technology-wise, like this phone that we're working on right now, the microwave, space travel, all that stuff. We have been given this not by the people on this planet. And there were some things we had to give up. I'll stop there on that one. So, used to be whenever you said something about a spaceship or aliens, the guys in black would come and talk to you about it. So I haven't had any of those guys yet. Well, I got a watchdog and I got a lock fence, but that's not going to, if they want to come in. Well, God forbid that would happen. So we have been lied to. We've been lied to through our history. And that's very negative. As you well know, on my fourth grade, as I said, the teacher wanted me to write down a lie that Columbus was here first. And when I wrote down Leif Erikson was here first. She gave me a D minus, even though I had the proof. She gave me a D minus. My other fourth grade gave me a B plus. The other two fourth grades gave me a B. She gave me a D minus. That's when my eyes opened up that this, at 10 years of experience, that this planet is telling us a lot of fibs that we have to be able to discern. When it comes to aliens, they're not. Okay, one more short one. One more short one. I got to get out of here. It's like 25 minutes. I got to get out of here because the sun's going down. Starving cats. Oh, I got that pork roast. I hope it's not burning. Oh, we'll have to see. Before I shut off, I'll show you the pork roast that I got. Hey, Jackson Brigham, do you remember me? Hey, Jackson Brigham, I remember you. Did you subscribe to me? And I can look down and find out if you did or not. So the last story that I have to tell you is on the Antarctic. It's melting. This is the big one. We went over to the Antarctic, well, actually in the 40s. That's when Admiral Byrd went over there, and he went into the tunnel and all that, and he had some situations where aliens took his craft down, and then he was talking to somebody, and they were there before us, okay? They were there millions of years ago. But we don't exist millions of years ago because we only go back 8,000 years if you look at our history. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Bunch of stinking lies is what I'm saying. Back to I did now. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Yes, Antarctica. Yes, Antarctica. Antarctica. So Linda Moulton Howe, that does not exist anymore. I'm not saying she was taken out, but I think she was misdiagnosed on leukemia and she just was talking too much about stuff. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Okay, BPX, the supposed Nazi base that was there. Yeah, they went over there before World War II, actually. And there was a big fight over there with aliens and our guys after World War II, which I can't go into right now. I'm just giving you facts on. I gotta keep it short here, man. Jackson, Earth was made 4.5 billion years ago. Yes, it was 4.5 billion years ago. So 4.5 billion years ago, why would not man be around a few million years ago? How about 18 million years ago? Would not man be around 18 million years ago? Oh no. Our scientists say there's no way because we only go back 9,000 years in our history, which is a bunch of butt kiss, man. I'm telling you. As you look into Mu, Lemuria, and Atlantis, I'll go into someday. These were around for a while, especially those big heads in Easter Island. They were all covered up with dirt, just their heads up to their neck. They were 4 million years ago because when they started digging down, they found the whole body. So there was a big cataclysm about 4 million years ago that covered them up. But that would be another story because no man was around 4 million years ago. My point being, I just want to get this out of the way. Linda Moulton Howe said she had, it was a Green Beret really high up there. He went into the Antarctic and he went, okay, because everything's melting over there. And all these machines are turning on that are millions of years old. So as they're going down into these areas that they can get to now, they're finding she says it wasn't hieroglyphics, but it was very close to hieroglyphics. And when they were putting their hands over everything, a door opened. So when we went in the door, it was kind of dark. But when they walked a few steps, everything lit up. Everything lit up in this area. There was fresh air and everything. But it was millions of years old. Well, how could that be? What I'm saying is, all right, what do we got here? I like how you look and you look handsome. Do you have a girlfriend? Hey, Jackson. Not to be weird, of course. A girlfriend. Nah, probably not for about 23 years. 2003. 2003 was the last time I had a girlfriend. I've been pretty much, I'm patient. I am very patient. I am, what would you call it? I am pacing myself for my next girlfriend. I've had many women, many girlfriends, and now it's time for me to wait for the right one. When and if that happens, God forbid, yeah, it probably may be. I don't know. But it's not important, right? Okay, Jackson, single, you mean? Yeah, I'm single. Yeah, I'm single. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, BPX, I thought you were going. Oh, pacing. Yeah, I'm pacing myself. I, uh, I pace myself. So, Jackson Brigman, I know BXP. Hey, well, you got a good friend then. So, Linda Moulton Howe, she had a lot of information for people, and well, God bless her soul for being all the information that we got from her. It's tons and tons and tons for 30 years. Uh, Aliens is the thumbnail, and I'm not shy about it anymore because I've already gone into spaceships that I've seen, and that's the question: is it really ours? They've been out intergalactic inter, intergalactic for since 2003. So how many of the mosquitoes are coming in? How many of these are really aliens or our own guys? And that's my question. Okay, got the gun in the holster, as I like to call it. Okay, I don't know that fellow YouTuber. Jackson Brigham, a good story or a personal story? Uh, well, good story or personal story? I believe Linda Moulton Howe because the way she's spoken on different levels to where the layman would understand what she's talking about. That's why I say go over to what I posted a couple days ago on intergalactic. Intergalactic, three spaceships. It's 9 minutes long. I highly recommend it. She goes into specifics, man, where you can understand what she's talking about. And it's pretty important now when you get into deep quantum tunneling, which nobody wants to talk about. That's all. Okay, what are you saying? I got to go back here. Brigham, good story, personal story. Jackson, I hadn't been in a spaceship. Well, Jackson, you don't want to go in a spaceship, all right? It's too risky. After like a few million people go in a spaceship, put your hand up for a ride and wait for at least, if there was like 7-8 million that went for a ride, wait for at least 2 or 3 million that comes back and tells you the story. Otherwise, you don't know where you're going. There's positive aliens, negative aliens. This is the law. There's positive plumbers, there's negative plumbers. There's positive policemen, there's negative policemen. There's positive YouTubers and negative YouTubers. But you have to have discernment, right? BPX, he's trolling. You think he's trolling? Okay, Jackson. I'm yawning. I'm tired. Yeah, Jackson, well, it's time for you to go to bed. I'm sorry. Some people, it's past their bedtime. So, what we have here is some interesting stuff. Okay, you can't breathe in space. You can't hear either, but no man heard a knock in space. That's scary. Yeah, you can. I think you have like, when you're up in space, you got about 3 minutes before you get frosty. About 3 minutes. I did it. I did an episode on that. There's not much time, and that's why I'm saying when the polar flip happened, the polar flip has happened, where the tornadoes were a size of a state, and on the bottom went up the funnel. The funnel hit the stratosphere, got into space, and it sucked down all that chilliness to Siberia, which was a jungle that the baby mammoths eating their buttercups were frozen solid in the middle of their chew. And it wasn't only them, it was the saber-toothed tiger, the red squirrel, and the prehistoric red squirrel and the prehistoric mammoth, anteater. All of them were all with their food in their mouth. And this happened 260,000 years ago. I already gone into that. So the space is a bit chilly. Find the autocorrect now. Yes, I'm fighting with autocorrect right now. All right. It's time for Uncle Martin to go, but before I do, I got to show you my Boston pork roast. Boston pork roast butt. Yeah. Because the sun's going down and I got to see if it's burning. That pork butt is burning. I don't want that to happen. So let's take a look. Let's all take a look. Okay, so what do we got? Ooh, baby. This is looking pretty good. Let me turn this around. How do I do that? No. Nope. Right there. Oh man. Fuck. There we go. Maybe. Hey! I lost you guys. Okay. This is a pork butt pork roast. It's going to be for Skippy's no longer with us. He left us yesterday morning. His last little cries. He's up in heaven now. But I do have some feral cats that are going to be having this, and my this guy right here. That guy right there. That's my other rescue. Oh, who else do we have? Who else? That is my feral mama. And there's another feral over there. Oh, there's a blackie up there. Okay, so I got some starving cats that I gotta feed. And okay, respect to Skippy. Yeah, BPX, it was tough. I kind of lost it yesterday when I did my live on Skippy's Gone. I mean, I emotionally lost it. I apologize for that. But emotions got me, man. That little guy. He was always sleeping at my feet, and I didn't know he was from 12 to 15 years of experience. Tell by his teeth. And that's what they said. So this little pork roast is going to go to I don't really eat pork anymore, so it's going to go to my animals. By the way, this is a 9-pound pork roast that I got from my store on a sale for $8. So make sure you shop wisely. I'm not saying to eat pork, but your animals might enjoy it, you know. It's all right. We understand animals need love. Animals need love, and they need a name. When you give an animal a name and you love them, that animal will go higher up when they leave us than a stray. Okay? Hey, BPX, you love pork. Come on over for dinner sometime. Okay, everybody out there that has watched so far, God bless you. Give me a thumbs up or down. And again, if you join my club, I'll join yours. And even if you don't have a club to join, when you subscribe, you'll at least know when I'm going live. The next 2 days doesn't look positive. I got to work late. And Friday, I will be here at 5 for another exciting something new. Okay, until then, be well. God victory.